for joining us today at Thread Sports. This is Chris Berg and I'm Craig Mender. Today we're going to talk a little bit about why we coach, what got the both of us involved in coaching, and why we continue to coach to this day.
We're also going to talk about crossing the threshold. That's a term that we use to describe when a person goes from being the coach to becoming just simply coach. And we have our stories about when that happened for each of us, when we crossed that threshold.
After high school, my playing days were done, and I wanted to be a part of that competitive environment still and the camaraderie of a team. So I started coaching youth football. And I did that for a few years and really enjoyed it. Had a child sometime later. And when he got to the age where he was ready to play sports, I got back involved in coaching youth sports again. Partly to be around the game again and be around the atmosphere of sports, but also to spend time with my son and coach him and have that opportunity.
My story is very similar. I was in college and in the summers started coaching basketball clinics and volleyball clinics and really enjoyed that. And then a few years later, after I had my own son, he wasn't old enough to start playing sports yet, but started coaching with a buddy up in Iowa and coaching youth baseball and really enjoyed it. Again, I enjoyed the camaraderie of it. I enjoyed seeing the enthusiasm that the young athletes had for playing their sport and enjoyed being a part of what they had going on there.
So very similar stories.
Very similar.
Like we've talked about. It's either the competitive desire to be around sports or when you have your own child and you want to spend time with them and be engaged in their lives.
That's right. Share a moment with them.
And I would assume a lot of youth coaches out there experience getting into it for the exact same reason.
That's right.